I swear to God, I'd better buy myself an E63 for this money. Wait. What? Where's the fucking acceleration? Two and a half stars, oh f*** you! You must be thinking Davidich is already in love with this car, cause that's an M and now he's gonna praise it and tell us how cool and wonderful it is, but no, not this time. What's good about BMW is that they hear their customers, unlike Toyota, for example, who decided to put that old brakes on their legendary car. But BMW listens, and when customers ask for exhaust that shoot flames, they do it. When people say your cars have shitty brakes, they put a fucking carbon ceramic. And if they say your colors are sad, they get this green. And no matter what they ask for, they get it, cause BMW listens to, hey, do you really have spare money to repair this car? Honestly, I tried to get used to these nostrils for a very long time. I kinda like them, but mostly I didn't. I was amazed and pissed off with them at the same time. And today, finally I made up my mind. Only because I live in Russian Federation I don't like them. Because only in Russia, you're obligated by law to put your front license plate. And as soon as you put a license plate on a front bumper, this beautiful automobile turns into a toothless fucker. Just look at it! It looks ugly as hell. And if you take it off and put it somewhere else, at every traffic light you'll get by every single police patrol, believe me. So you have absolutely no choice. If we consider this car as a bullet in traffic on city streets, it gets going. And it gets going really good. And it has enough power for that. But this engine is working on the edge of its performance. This engine shows best performance at high revs. That's how it was designed to work. So when the engine speed is above 4000, you feel the power. And it really feels like a fast car. But if you expect good acceleration when you take off or launch, for example, here, check this out, I'm gonna stop for you, because I want to show it to you. Ready? So here's the launch. I'm flooring it. Give it a second. And here we go. What kind of a launch is that? Seriously, what the hell is this? I simply don't get it. It didn't even spin wheels. It never spin wheels when you take off. Faster you'll get your tires worn out. Then this car agrees to drift or spin wheels. Talking about drifting, right now it's 29 degrees Celsius. But when I got this car and sat behind its wheel for the first time, it was 15 or 16 degrees Celsius. And that's what happened. The thing is that in the configuration menu now, they provide this option, and when you choose DSC off, you get to traction control preferences. The thing for little boys who don't know how to drive yet, and if they put it in the highest position, the car is never gonna skid off when they floor it and try to drift. So 10 means there's a moron behind the steering wheel. Well, hello there, that's what we need. This is good, this is very good. Damn, baby, you are good. What a nice girl. That's excellent. Two and a half stars, oh f*** you. Now it gave me 4 stars and some flask. I want some kind of a trophy. This bitch there's rating my driving skills. It put me 2.5 and now it's 4 stars. And also I want a goddamn cup. Five stars! I got 5 stars! Okay, now let's try to put it at 5. I just want to feel the difference. Jesus Christ, that's for morons. You should just floor the gas pedal and that's it. This is for idiots. That's what it's all about. You just floor the gas pedal and hold the wheel. Can you imagine how stupid it is? God damn it! Jesus Christ, how many idiots are gonna appear on roads driving these cars? Oh God. BMW, are you completely nuts? Are you really that insane? Every single idiot now will try to do that on public roads. They will just put 10 and go. Jesus. They're gonna be just hysterically flooring the gas pedal and that's it cause they don't know how to drive and steer it. Jesus Christ. Whoa, you just look at the temperature. It's 16 degrees Celsius and we are doing donuts not for too long. But the car says the engine's overheated. I'm gonna be doing donuts till it's overheated once again. Simply because I can't believe my eyes that these guys could design this engine in such a way. I even think the engine is good. The cooling system is the problem. What a f*** up. By the way, I have to tell you a story about these nostrils. Do you know why they make them like this? That's because the racing car really needed these huge nostrils for better air intake, and that actually makes sense. The more air you get, the better is the cooling. That's why I wonder, what's wrong with the cooling system of this car? Because after we did some regular shit like 10 donuts or something like that, it gets overheated every time we try to drift. Can anyone explain that to me? I need to go down. Yes! The engine is overheated. Now I see what they were talking about. Guys, that's just amazing. I did that easily. It's done. My regards to Davidich, we did that. And now, my friends, just for comparison, we'll test another car, but first let's look at my phone and check the temperature. Just to make sure that I'm telling the truth, even though the car showed us 37 degrees Celsius. But my phone says that 20 minutes ago the officially registered temperature in this location was 33 degrees Celsius. Anyway, now I'd like you to meet one of my good friends who lives here in Kazan. And that's what he told me. He told his old BMW, with the mileage around 20,000, is ready to race, drift and do any shit you want, no matter the temperature. So, he said he's gonna do 10 donuts without any problems, even when it's over 30 degrees Celsius. The engine is ready, let's go. Jesus Christ, let me drive. That's still 120 degrees. The arrow is right in the middle, and keep in mind that he did 5 more before me. The normal working temperature of this engine is 120 degrees, and you can clearly see that if you just look at the dashboard. This car is definitely not gonna overheat like that, and it will gladly make all of your dreams come true. And you can easily find it used from 50 to 80,000 bucks. So since now we know that this car is a bad choice for drifting, we decided to check if it can do some cool stuff in traffic. But this car is extremely dangerous for this kind of thing, because this rear-wheel drive always tries to get off the leash. Sooner or later, you will have to catch it. This car costs 119,000. This particular car has a good configuration, and that's how much it costs. And my question is why? Why, god damn it? Is it really that beautiful? No. At least not for me. I remember I've been driving a BMW M4 in the city, and that was a 420 diesel. That was a bigger package, and I liked it even more, because first, it doesn't cost that much, and the second, it's quite economic, so you just calmly drive it without claiming anything, and that's a good looking car. But this car is an M4. And yes, it still is a BMW, and it feels perfectly tuned, and it drives well. And this automatic transmission works very good. And this car has lots of power and lots of torque. But you get all that only when you are already going fast. And you always have to watch the engine speed and keep it high, cause otherwise you won't feel any of that torque. Same as it was in M5 A60. Damn it, barely I kicked this car's ass. Just a little bit, and check this out. Just look at the temperature. Shit. And what kind of a launch control is that? What? Is it green? Go. And we wait. What? Where's the fucking acceleration? What the hell is wrong with this car? This is getting ridiculous. I swear to God, I better buy myself an E63 for 119,000 bucks. I already see those comments. Davidich betrayed himself. He's gonna buy a Mercedes in E63. And yes, goddammit, I'd better drive a Mercedes than pay a penny for this piece of shit. Okay, let's try to be objective. First, I'm not gonna be talking about the multimedia system, simply because there's nothing new in it but for one thing, the drift helping and analyzing system. And also it can rate your drifting, while being useless for drifting. It reminds me of politicians who want people to obey the laws, but don't seem to know the law themselves. For me, it's same ridiculous. The dashboard and steering wheel, it's all the same, there's nothing new. Just a classic standard BMW style, and that's it. Nevertheless, I have to mention that the back seats in this car are much more comfortable than they used to be in M8. Those seats were impossible. These are just okay. But still, I can't call this car a good choice for some traffic racing, because there are lots of much better cars. For the same amount of money, for example, I can buy myself an E63, and that Mercedes, and that car will destroy lots of its opponents on the road. I'd like to consider this car a BMW M3. They just changed the markings, and now an M3 is a 4-door sedan, and 2-doors BMW that they used to call M3s are M4s, but technically it's a BMW M3. It's just a BMW M3 coupe and a BMW M3 sedan. This is how I see it. So can this BMW hold the M title? It can, but with a very great difficulty. Just ask yourself a question. If you meet this car in a dealership, and this car is going back to dealership, it's going to be sold to someone. So if they offer it to you and show you all the diagnostics of this car, that will say that at the mileage of 1000, there was an error that says that this engine was overheated up to 145 degrees Celsius. Just ask yourself this question and answer it to yourself. Would you buy yourself such a used car? Just say in the comments if you'd buy it. I'm sure that most of the customers would refuse buying such an automobile. They would say, no way I'm gonna buy such a risky car. And that would be the right choice. I wouldn't buy it either. I would never buy myself a car which engine has been overheated. And what if it had such a mistake a couple or several times? Any sane good motor expert would tell you that this engine most likely could have suffered a severe and dangerous thermal damage, which can turn into mechanical damage in future. So be sure that no one will ever give you any warranty for this engine, believe me. I don't understand how could they let these cars get to the market so unprepared, made with such serious mistakes. I just don't get it and I cannot explain it to you. I think they should recall these cars, examine and test them once again and find out the reason and fix all of these problems. We are not gonna do that because that's not our job. Anyway, I do not recommend buying these BMW's M4. Especially I do not recommend it for people who want to drift. Yes, it will try to bait you with its M-Drift menu. It will give you trophies and rate you and try to assure you that it's good for drifting. But this car isn't appropriate for drifting. Technically, this car is dysfunctional as a drifter. But if you don't care about it, this car is an amazing BMW M4. It's quite nice and good looking. But once again, our Russian realities spoil all of its appearance and the design of its front. This front license plate turns it into a bastard. Just look at it. Without this license plate, it looks much more aggressive, much more sexy. By the way, most of the people pay attention to it not because of its nostrils, but because of this color. It looks so deep, so emerald, and I really like this color. Also, I paid more attention to the taillights, and if earlier, at the first glance, they seemed, well, kind of exciting to me. I mean, their shape and their form. When I first saw them, I kind of liked them, but now I don't feel that anymore. What can I say about this engine? I can't say anything bad about it. Actually, that's a pretty good engine, cause that's true, this engine is cool. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It ain't no bad. This car has a good engine. And accelerating from 30 miles per hour, this car gets going pretty well. When it's already on the go, it accelerates rapidly. This is a very good automobile when in right hands. But as a drifter, it's not. Unfortunately, it's not. Well, BMW like making cars that work on the edge of their capabilities, like M5 CS and this car. Well, talking about this car, I mean its temperature range. But what is the purpose? What if this engine gets explode? Will they change it under warranty? If BMW guarantees that they're gonna change these engines in case if they die from overheating, I mean every single one of them, then yes, you should definitely buy it, but I doubt they're gonna do that. I guess BMW were way too quick to give this car all of its interesting functions. I'm talking about this drift helping system and all of these trophies and ratings. Because this car is not ready for it. It's not ready. But it's cool. The car was hot as hell when it was 16 degrees Celsius. And of course it was hot when it was 28. And of course right now, it's happening again. It's over 140 degrees, but in this case it's not drifting, it's just racing, like in traffic. The BMW representatives tried to assure me that in their BMW drifting school, they never faced any temperature problems with these engines, and their M4s never got overheated. Okay, I really believe you guys. The way you drift there, and that's just an easy slide with a small angle, sure. But when you start using this engine in tents and do donuts, you just can't handle it. So what I want to say is that you should not buy this automobile until you drive it at least for a day. You should take some time to understand whether it corresponds your own demands. Because this automobile is a very bad choice for a blind buy. The engine is cool but gets overheated too fast. This car would be a good choice for Russian winter, but for Russian winter I better buy myself a Lada. Actually, the car is cool, but something's wrong with it. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't done it yet, and leave your opinion below. Whether you want me to test an M3, though I don't think it's necessary, it's the same. See ya.